Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we spill tea left, right, and everywhere in between. In today's video, the beauty world is acting out of pocket again, with Jeffree Star breaking down the whole meat situation in a recent upload and Nikita Dragun getting called out for stealing a whole product idea. We touched on the subject before and explained how Jeffree Star was called out previously for trademarking a bunch of stuff under the Star Yak Ranch name, including fiber and meat, but at that time, Jeffree came out and was actually pretty mad about people having a problem with this, and explained in a video that he only trademarked those names because he didn't want people taking the name and using it for that stuff. Jeffree maintains that he did not lie, but rather the idea to sell meat developed later on down the line. But since then, Jeffree has actually uploaded a YouTube video where he addresses everything and offers a tour of Star Yak Ranch.
Wyoming at the Star Yak Ranch, and there has been a just endless amount of questions about the ranch. So many people want to meet the yaks up close and personal. We want to talk about breeding, pets, meat, food, and the whole charade. And yes, girl, we've been making headlines.
I'd say a lot of people do have questions, Jeffree. When Jeffree first purchased this property, it was just the house and 70 acres of land, and now he has over 600 acres. That is a lot of land, you guys. And just to put that into perspective, that's like 450 football fields, I think. Jeffree moved to Wyoming about 2 years ago and has been in the yak game for about a year now.
I know that I've kept this ranch kind of not under wraps, but I've just been keeping it to myself. It's where I found peace after being canceled for the 10th time, and I just wanted to be surrounded by animals, so you guys know I have 8 Pomeranians.
Jeffree says that while he does have a couple of ranch hands, it's mainly just him and his bestie Michael that do all of the work up there. Now, I'm not calling bullshit here, but that just seems crazy, right? That's so much work. I'm no farmer, but I'm pretty sure taking care of livestock is like a whole thing. And considering that Jeffree still has the cosmetic company and the merch manufacturing company and YouTube content, to think of him genuinely running a farm on top of that seems super hard to believe. Plus, I just don't get like farmer yak ranch vibes from Jeffree.
I come out here really early when everyone's just chilling, and I just spend time with them all. A lot of people are like, Jeffree, how are your yaks so tame?
Maybe they're scared for their lives. Maybe they are just being on their best behavior because they don't want to be selected next for steak products. Jeffree says that he brushes out the yaks and uses the fiber from their coats. Apparently now he has over 120 yaks and declining. Just kidding, he didn't say the declining part.
Now I love doing this because this is all about just bonding with the animal, letting them know that it's all positive energy, they're just getting loved on. Oh, Swissy, tell him.
Jeffree says that it's really grounding to hang out with animals all day instead of people. I'm guessing that human steaks weren't selling as well. I'm kidding, Jeffree Star did not harvest human steaks to my knowledge.
He's a deadly man.
What was that, Jeffree? He's a dead man? I'm sorry, I will try to turn down the jokes. Jeffree steers the conversation into that of the meat business, which he's obviously aware of being the main point of discussion here.
There was a very big misconception that when I announced that I was going to start selling meat, people thought it was all of my pets that I've been spending the last year and a half with. Sorry, they're all right here.
Jeffree explains that the food business, rather the harvesting of food, is a whole culture, and he thought more people were aware of the fact that meat does not come from the grocery store, and rather it comes from farms where people raise and take care of livestock.
It's a whole entire world.
He says that yak meat is actually the most lean and healthiest meat available in America, but for some reason everyone chooses to go with beef or bison.
There was never a plan to raise yaks for meat in the beginning. I know some people can't fathom that and they want to say I'm a liar, I'm this, girl, I've been living out in paradise out here.
So honestly, it's the decision to do this after keeping them as pets for me. It's like he was keeping yaks for a while and was loving them and raising them as pets, and then was like, oh, we can eat this. I'm gonna start a business selling this meat. No shade on meat eaters. It's not a big deal. Do your thing. I certainly don't shade all farms or anything like that. Of course, there is the topic of the gross chicken farms and places that treat animals terribly and then slaughter them, and it's all gross, and I can literally cry about it. But this thing with Jeffree, like, if he found out that Pomeranian meat was healthy and profitable, would he also have Poms on the side that weren't technically pets, so it was all good? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's kind of weird. But then again, I have been seeing a lot of comments on my previous video on this topic, with a lot of people saying that if they're buying meat, they would much rather have it come from like somebody who treated them well and just as good as pets. So there's also that.
And when I learned more about the animal, I was like, I want to try doing stuff like that.
Jeffree also mentions that he trademarked the name Star Yak Ranch for all kinds of things back when this started, including the fiber stuff as well as butchering. But he still maintains that the farming of the meat was never the initial intention. So I don't know.
This animal, you can use it all aspects, whether it's a pet, whether you're using it to ride up the mountain and you saddle train it, whether you are eating it, whether you're using its horns, the skull. I mean, this animal is just, it's been used for thousands and thousands of years.
Oh my god, he can literally hear you, Jeffree, stop!
This animal is just, it's been used for thousands and thousands of years. So as I educated myself more, I tried yak meat last year for Christmas, and I was like, oh my god, it's so good and it's so lean.
He also keeps doing this thing where he mentions that he educated himself, and it's really annoying me. Like, he says it so much when talking about the situation. It's almost like he's low-key insinuating that everyone else is uneducated or stupid.
And I get that a lot of people may not even know what a yak was until Jeffree Lynn popped up on the scene. I have a yak ranch now.
Jeffree says that all the yaks that are being raised for food are in back pasture and are still getting love and care and eating great, but they do not get named.
And at my ranch, we don't have names for our food, but that doesn't mean that other ranches don't. I know people that would raise someone like this, and then 10 years later, they're like, okay, I fed you for 10 years. Now you're gonna feed me.
Why am I crying? Oh my god.
Leaving the big city of LA and educating myself of the,
oh my god, educate yourself to stop saying that.
Welcome to the Star Yak Ranch. Let's keep educating.
Jeffree continues his video by giving us a little history lesson on how he started, which was with just 5 yaks, and then he became obsessed with what he calls yak culture. He apparently learned about every yak farm in the country and really dedicated a big part of himself to this whole thing.
We're at 125 yaks for pets and breeding. They're so amazing. A lot of new babies this week.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna need to know exactly how many are pets, not a combined number, and you gotta say it on camera so it can't be changed later, because I swear to God, if Swiss Boy stops making an appearance, I am coming to Wyoming. Do not harm that sweet yaki face.
This is their world and we're living in it.
And harvesting them for jerky and ribeyes.
Yaks are so intelligent. They're way smarter than cows.
Oh my god, this video is not helping the situation.
So just to educate everyone,
stop!
Every pet on the Star Yak Ranch has a pink ear tag. Some people thought if they were ear tagged, that meant they were going to the butcher. Let me clear up all the rumors.
Jeffree mentions some of the names of these yaks, and one of them is literally called Two-Faced. Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Jeffree have beef with the makeup brand Too Faced?
Honey, you did not invent unicorns. I know you think you do, and you're very entitled, and you think that you run the world. You don't. Come back to Earth.
Is this some like sadistic way of getting back at them? Is there also a yak called Cat?
So no, this is not meaning they're going bye-bye. These are our loved animals. Now behind me, these animals are going to actually to slaughter tomorrow.
He's not kidding. I swear to God. I thought there was going to be a punchline. I'm dead ass while I was watching this. He said the slaughtering thing. I laughed because I thought that's great. That's going to be so funny to put in the video. And nope, those yaks are toast.
They are not named, and they just have just normal tags. Now these animals are now being finished with grass-fed only, so they're eating a grass and alfalfa mix right now.
Finished? I cannot.
There is 0 grain or treats given to our yaks that will become food, where our pets in the pastures, you'll see us giving them apple and oat treats. They love those horse treats.
Oh my god, look at them. They can hear you. Not only do they hear you talking about getting shipped off to slaughter tomorrow, they hear about getting duked out on the snacks for their whole lives. I mean, look at this one. He's like, I like apples. Jeffree talks about how he lived on fast food for years and is really ashamed of that person he was. And now after having fucking educated himself on food and where it comes from, he feels completely way more amazing and really thinks that the fast food was also attributing to mood swings and depression. I will say that I agree with that, and what you eat really does have an effect on your overall lifestyle and mental health and everything, and I absolutely agree with this type of farming much more than what happens at other places. I know I make a lot of jokes, but it's more just because of Jeffree, you know? In the grand scheme of things, of course, this type of meat is much healthier than anything you are getting from a fast food chain, and most likely the majority of grocery stores probably as well. And I do think that people should be more educated on what they put in their bodies. If they care, if you don't, then you don't. It's all good.
And these animals are just living their lives freely until it's time to be on someone's plate. And yak meat is so good.
Oh my god, his face. I can't. Please stop saying it in front of them. But anyway, you guys, apparently Jeffree has also been donating the meat and has already donated over 1,000 pounds of his yak meat to shelters, which is really cool. I'm keeping an eye on Swiss Boy though. In other problematic beauty YouTuber news, Nikita Dragun is back on our docket again already, and this time for straight up just theft, I guess, allegedly. Nikita Dragun was called out in a TikTok by Scandal Beauty, who are claiming that not only did Nikita steal their nail design, but also that she placed an order with them not too long ago. Scandal Beauty, in a hilarious and actually pretty informative TikTok, did a side-by-side comparison of the press-on nails and even showed that the knockoff Nikita is doing is pretty bad quality.
S versus them. Natural nude. Orange. Strong. Weak. And feels like a salon manicure. We can't wait to see her rocking these on the red carpet.
It is certainly not the first time we've seen an influencer in hot water after mimicking a small business's design or idea, but this one is pretty hard to deny, especially considering that Nikita literally ordered from Scandal Beauty prior to this new product drop. I think the way Scandal Beauty handled this was pretty funny and actually classy. Their TikTok just offers up the facts and shows that their nails are far better in terms of the shade of the nude as well as the durability of the nails themselves. So far, Nikita hasn't spoken out on this, and who knows if she will, but let's not steal product ideas, you guys. Not only is it not cool, you literally can't get away with it. But anyway, that is going to be it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos. You can also follow us on Twitter to keep up with us there, or send us any tea or deep dive topics that you are interested in hearing about. And for now, here is my bleach.